Hello and welcome back to Learn JavaScript on Codecademy. We're in the loops section. This is the for loop. Instead of writing out the same code over and over, loops allow us to tell computers to repeat a given block of code on its own. One way to give computers these instructions is with a for loop. The typical for loop includes an iterator variable that usually appears in all three expressions. The iterator variable is initialized, checked against the stopping condition, and assigned a new value on each loop iteration. Iterator variables can have any name, but it's best practice to use a descriptive variable name. A for loop contains three expressions separated by semicolon inside the parentheses. 1. An initialization starts the loop and can also be used to declare the iterator variable. 2. A stopping condition is the condition that the iterator variable is evaluated against. If the condition evaluates to true, the code block will run, and if it evaluates to false, the code will stop. 3. An iteration statement is used to update the iterator variable on each loop. The for loop syntax looks like this. So we have our for loop, we have our initialized variable called counter, it's assigned 0. As long as 0 or counter is less than 4, increment counter by 1, and then we log out counter. So as it continues checking this condition, it will be logging out what number we're on. In this example, the output would be the following. First, it would output 0, right? Because 0 is less than 4, and where are we? We're in 0. Next time it goes back into the loop, 0 is 1, because we say every time that this is true, increment counter by 1. So now counter is 1. And 1 is still less than 4. So we're going to repeat this, log out the number 1 now, and our counter will increment now to 2. And now 2 is less than 4. It's going to print out 2. And then it's going to print out 3. And when it gets to 4, it's going to stop because 4 is not less than 4. So let's break down the example. The initialization is let counter be assigned 0, so the loop will start counting at 0. The stopping condition is counter less than 4, meaning the loop will run as long as the iterator variable counter is less than 4. The iteration statement is counter plus plus. This means after each loop, the value of counter will increase by 1. For the first iteration, counter will equal 0. For the second iteration, counter will equal 1, and so on. The code block is inside of the curly braces. Console.log counter will execute until the condition evaluates to false. The condition will be false when counter is greater than or equal to 4. The point that the condition becomes false is sometimes called the stop condition. This for loop makes it possible to write 0, 1, 2, and 3 programmatically. Instructions. Now make your own. Create a program that loops from 5 to 10 and logs each number to the console. So let's go over here and do that. So we're going to create a program that loops from 5 to 10, and it's going to look similar to their code here. So if I go here, and let's do that now. So the logic here would be counter starts at 5, 5 is less than 11, print out 5. And then our increment would make 5, 6, then print 6 all the way till 11. And it will never print 11 because the condition will be false. And let's see if this works. Run it. And we do get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 printed out. And we do pass. So the important thing to learn about for loops is that we can use them to check if a condition is true. And if the condition is true, we can continue on in our loop. Our stop condition would be when our condition comes back as false, and then the loop will stop running. The loop is a powerful tool to help us repeat a task very fast while checking if a condition is true, and doing something if it's true, and then stopping the loop if it is false. If you get that, you guys are getting this lesson, and I'll see you guys in the next one.